and just a handful of days to go from this to this. Barcelona, the new camp, a towering stadium, something like 7 times the size of Tannadice itself, and considered by some players from other countries who play there like the modern equivalent of the Spanish Inquisition. And there's that long, harrowing walk from the dressing room into the stadium itself, and the legs can so readily turn to jelly. Well, before they get into the Spanish sunshine, they've one other obstacle to face up to. Forfar Athletic in the cup. Forfar just up the road there. But fortunately for both sides, the walk from the dressing rooms in Tannadice to the pitch isn't too long.
And I've become led by David Neri, and showing a slight but significant change today with Billy Kirkwood, who's ineligible for the UEFA Cup tie on Wednesday, in at right back, number 2, and they have rested John Clark, but I'm quite sure, having talked to Jim McLean, that John will be playing in the new camp on Wednesday evening. And that's the Forfar side, which has strong connections with Dundee United, with Henry Hall, the manager, having been a player here. Andy Dixon, the physio, was for many years physio here, and Raymond Lorimer and Craig Brewster were players at Tannadice as well. Referee today is Jim Duncan from Gorebridge. While the visitors to start the game, and whilst in common with many people, I expect Dundee United to win this match, I also thought the same back in 1982. And watching this man, Stuart Kennedy, the ex-Rangers player, and his others, playing Rangers in a semi-final in the Scottish Cup, and it went to 2 games. And I thought Rangers in the first game were very lucky to go through. So you never can tell in the Scottish Cup. To use an expression I think I've used over the years. And there's Billy Kirkwood, fouled immediately. Free kick to United. He is very much the definitive utility player. He'll play anywhere for this club. And whatever anybody else says in the club here, I suspect that Barcelona will be looming up in their minds even during this game. Eamon Bannon, I thought played extremely well against the Spaniards, and that is offside. McDonald about a couple of yards offside. There he is. Kenny McDonald, the top goal scorer, by the way, scored 13 this season. Head for Sturrock, pushed away there by Morris. Jim McInally. Sure, we'll see a lot of Jim McInally this afternoon and on Wednesday evening. Redford, who was injured on Tuesday night, playing in the local derby from the side down the street. Paul Hegarty pushing, referee doesn't think so. Brilliant clearance there by Neri. Oh, that's well what, and Thompson is there. Well, the United defence seemed to lay back a little bit. Lying Cormac to Gunning, he did have a distinct chance, but that was very good goalkeeping by a man who's had 26 shutouts this season. Bannon, Ferguson, wrong-footed. That's Ferguson, oh, delightfully done. Bannon. Redford, Sturrock. Beautiful piece of play. Well, we saw how Ian Ferguson can rattle him in when he played against Hearts, but he is in fact playing against a goalkeeper today, Stuart Kennedy, who's having a very fine season. We'll go wide. Now then, I've talked already about Kirkwood's overlapping. Really been playing an attacking role, and oh, that's a good ball to Sturrock. Has he got support? He has! Oh, Bannon. We are very high up here, and I'm not quite sure just how high the ball was. Must have been very near the scalp. There's no offside. McDonald is free. He's trying to chip. An excellent goalkeeper. Well, Gordon Wallace must have received a telephone message from up on high and is reacting on it. Gallagher going in to cover the pass back, and he has. He's taken it too wide. Oh, you could sense that coming. That's a kind of cup tie pass back, you know, just shot through with nerves. Looked like a shove to me. Sturrock. Here's Redford. Very tight indeed. Billy Kirkwood started off in a very adventuresome mould and then has got further and further back into the fence. Gallagher. Beautiful dummy to Malpich, yes! Splendid goal. 2.5 minutes from half-time. And a very accurate illustration of how United can build something out of virtually nothing. They've been battering themselves against this very competent and professional defence, and then that lovely little opening laid on to the defender Maurice Malpas to come in and give Kennedy no chance. 1-0. That was a collision which Billy Kirkwood didn't like at all, although I think that the frustration that was beginning to emerge has rather ebbed away, and in any case they'll be looking forward to the half-time cup of tea with 2 minutes to half-time. Good tackle by Neri. Need an upturn, yes, I think the referee quite right. The ball may have gone over, but that was an illegal tackle. Free kick. Hamill taking it. Billy Kirkwood did come out of his goal. Oh, here's a great chance. Can he put it away? He has! The equaliser. John Clark. What a mess in that United defence. Exactly 2 minutes after that United goal, we have the equaliser. What a real fankle that was. I mean, who was doing what to whom? They all left it to each other. They ought to have cleared it. And in stepped Clark to score his 12th goal of the season. McAnally. And there goes a half-time whistle. Well, I can well understand the frustration of the United supporters in expressing it by booing, but, you know, United really had a very strong grip of this game in midfield, didn't really look all that menacing, and then up stepped Maurice Malpas to cap that beautiful move, typical United goal, expert finishing. It was then I felt that some United players must have thought we're in the next round of the Cup. Certainly one or two defenders assumed so. Well, that isn't the interpretation of the fankle that they got into, allowing Clark to get the equaliser. And I can tell you, 2 goals in 2 minutes has warmed everybody up. And we're looking forward now to that second half. United starting the second half, they have the wind at their back, and they'll want a quick start to this game. And I was talking to George Fleming, the old United player, who was saying that the difficulty of playing in wind like this would be that the ball rushes away from you, even though you have it at your back, and sometimes it's very difficult to tap and control. And that was Malpas, the goal scorer, coming in. The break by Forfar. I suspect we're going to see a lot of pressure by United. Towering ball again for Sturrock. Not that that's any great advantage to him. Or push, surely. Oh, Forfar lucky to get away with that. Oh, there was a deflection. Well struck by MacDonald. Playing with a number 11, but that was an excellent right foot shot, and there was a slight deflection. Billy Thompson didn't move a muscle. Inviting ball again, and there's Ferguson. Almost took the crossbar away. And United still with the pressure, and that'll be a free kick. Surely no. Well, that was a great try by Ferguson. We've seen hardly anything of him in this match. And he just got a little blinket goal. Trifle underneath it. Back it came off the crossbar. Now McInally wants to come forward. Ferguson beautifully to the side. Hegarty was up on it. Neat touch there by Ferguson. He tried a 1-2 when in fact he may well have turned on it himself to go round. Gallagher. A lot of the play away down in the shadow here. There's Sturrock. Put that back well. Kirkwood making a meal of it, I think. Sturrock seeing a lot of the ball now. Van is going to let fly, and he does! Oh, that's much better played, more positive. No shilly-shallying, right into it. You can see him leaning back, straining, clenching the teeth, and that was just the wrong side of the post. I don't expect that Stuart Kennedy was wanting to give his players a little rest there, just hitting it straight out, and that throw does exactly the same. Trying to see if I can personally see a flag to find out if that wind has got any stronger or not. Seems to be troubling the players. Clark. Meant for Sturrock. Well, they can't afford to do that. That's a very good move by Forfar. You have MacDonald inside. There he is. He scored. Their leading goal scorer has put Forfar in the lead. 10 minutes of the second half gone. It's 2-1. And the Premier Division side and the supporters are stunned by that excellent break. They had the extra man, but he had to remain cool. It wasn't the easiest of chances, although it may seem so from there. Just imagine yourself in that position in a cup tie, and he kept cool and put it away. And United now have a fight on their hands. United certainly fighting very hard now. Kevin Gallagher. No, doesn't give it in. It's a goal kick. And on comes John Clark. Billy Kirkwood going off. Clark, the youngster who's been transformed from a striker into a quite excellent defender. I know Jim McLean was saving him for Wednesday night, hoping that they may not need to play him in this game, but on he comes with his team trailing by 2-1. Bannon fully stretched. Throw to Forfar. Yeah. Up and under and offside. Forfar generally play a 4-3-3, but I think, especially since that second goal, they've been pushing MacDonald up front with somebody else, and as Ferguson trying to go round, and is it in? Yeah. Well, it's a case in a cup tie of Sonia yet so far. And then it is. Must be painful for Ferguson to watch that again. He did that in the most agile fashion. And over it drooped. Up into the middle again, Redford. Not quite sure what he intended there. went for Ferguson. There's John Clark. Malpas was almost getting in the way there. Now Clark. A mighty strike towards Bannon, and Kennedy involved in a bit of a collision as he went for it. Bannon and Morris clashing alarmingly. But here's David Neri. Bannon is still hot, and Neri's had to hold the ball back. McInally right on the edge of the box. Free kick. Well, they're getting a bit anxious about things. That'll be another specific instruction. John Clark, if he hits this and it goes into the wall, will carry somebody away with him, I think. He hits the ball harder than anybody I know in Scottish football. Gallagher poised to take it, so is Clark. Clark. Disappointing end. Well, that is the wind I was talking about, blowing left to right in Dundee United's favour, except that they don't look as if it's in their favour, not at this stage. This has been an astonishing season in the Scottish Cup. Well, you never ever do take things for granted in cup football, but it really has been a season of surprises, shocks, and they're still continuing. Gallagher. He's a little touch of brilliance from a player of the likes of Gallagher to transform this game. Well, transform I don't think is the right word. Save, I think, is. Redford, that's well judged, and it was Clark coming up. And United quite right to push this very tall and powerful, sturdy player up into the penalty area for these balls. Bannon, neat little touch, it didn't come off for United. Gallagher tries to get up. Too many players in there, and Forfar, to the great credit, fighting hard in defence. There's Clark. Bannon, Kevin Gallagher, right underneath it. And United are trying everything they know. The pressure piling up against this very brave Forfar defence. And as in the first half, it's the final ball that's been letting United down. There they are, and there's Henry Hall barking out the instructions. It's going to be a tense, let me see, 11 minutes for that dugout. Offside. Malpa's taking it. And they all let it get through, and nobody had gone down on the right. David Neri, strong in the air. Here's Cormac though, and he won't get that. Rugby United, Hegarty. Forfar marking very well. Starrock no chance of getting that. There's no offside. Here's McDonald. Oh, McInally did brilliantly. Neri, and he was fouled. McInally saving the bacon there. He had to come up very quickly because McDonald, I think, would have put the game beyond United's reach. 2.5 minutes remaining. Hegarty is up. There's Bannon. Here's Kevin Gallagher. There's a touch forward, and that'll be a corner kick. And everybody again will come forward for United. Every ounce of effort is going in from this United team now. There is Clark. David Neri can't get there. Here's Gallagher. United get the throw. Looking down at the watch, 1.5 minutes remaining. Mollis Malthus is in there. Once again, a congested area. There's Bannon, stutter, and he can't put it away in a brilliant save! Oh, that may have put them into the semi-final. He reached up superbly well, under pressure, tipping it over. And now, 1 minute remaining. United 2-1 down. That's a touch and a just pass. John Clark, the sub, has been going up into the box. I don't know how much injury time there will be, but Kennedy taking his time. It's turned out to be a remarkable day for Forfar. About 60 seconds remaining, or thereabouts. Can they hold out? Whipping it away. Oh, and here's the break. Cormac. And has he done it? No, he hasn't. But I make it only about 15 seconds left. There may be some injury time. We cannot calculate how much that will be. Seconds remaining. Kevin Gallagher. Well, there's a touchdown to Gallagher. Now Clark can't get it away. Bannon. And brilliantly saved. And it must be appeals for a penalty. It is. It's a penalty kick. It's a penalty. The referee saying he handled it. And we're into injury time, and Dundee United may yet save themselves. Full credit to them, they've launched themselves into it, and now, here we are. Ian Ferguson, perhaps, with the most important and most expensive penalty he's ever had to take. And he's done it! The equaliser. United are still in the cup. 2-2. And we are fully a minute into injury time, and he remained ice cool as he stepped forward and swept it away. And poor Stuart Kennedy. He has performed miracles and denied the final honour by that penalty kick. And there goes the final whistle. Would you believe it? Really? Only the hardest-hearted Dundee United supporter would not begrudge the fact that Forfar would have fought themselves, or should have fought themselves, into the next round of the Cup. That is the cruelest way to have the game whipped away from them. Off they go, and having said all of that, acknowledging their supporters on the terracings, I've just watched one of the most entertaining second halves I've seen in a long time. Yes, they deserve that applause, and the team that will be going to play in front of something like 120,000 next Wednesday have been given one awful fright this afternoon.